This video is all about speed. Wind resistance is a big nemesis to us cyclists, slowing us down no matter where we go. But what would happen if you removed it from the equation completely? Today, I'm going to find out and see how fast I can ride 10 miles or 16 kilometers. Things are going to get speedy, and I've got a little bit of help. We're here at the Landau racetrack in South Wales, and we're lucky enough to have the place booked out for ourselves, which is a good thing because you don't want to try this at home, especially on open roads. That'll be illegal and pretty dangerous too.
Conor is an experienced pro of 10 years. He's been doing stuff like this at races day in, day out. And while it doesn't look like it,
El Alto's had a crash!
He's actually quite good at bike handling. Something he's going to need for today.
The track is 1,450 metres long or 9 metres wide, and I'm going to be riding 16 kilometres or 10 miles around it in order to see how fast I can really go. The helping hand I'm going to have is going to be Hank. He's going to drive his car right in front of me, and I'm going to communicate with him, see how fast or slow I need to go in order to complete the distance as quickly as possible.
Now, before we get going, I thought I'd give you a quick rundown on drafting and why taking away the wind resistance is the key to today. Now, when we're riding a bike, there's three forces at work. There's the effect of gravity, there's rolling resistance, and then there's the resistance made by the air or the wind. Got it?
For example, if we're riding on a flat road at 30 kilometres an hour, wind resistance accounts for 80% of the total resistive force. And if you increase your speed to 50 kilometres an hour, that force rises to 94%. So you can see why aerodynamics has become so important in the hunt for speed on our road bikes.
But if we took away that wind resistance and greatly reduced that force, then how far could Conor travel? Well, to find out, I've brought along this, the Audi S4, packing 330 horsepower with a V6 supercharged engine. I mean, slightly more than Conor's maybe 1 horsepower.
I'm on my trusty steed with the same gears I'd normally use on a regular ride to the cafe out for a spin on the weekend. However, this time, I've got a V6 engine breaking the wind in front of me. Woo! If the driver figures out how to drive the car right. How fast can I go then? I'm honestly not sure. Si managed to go under 20 minutes on his road bike for the same distance. Actually, wait, no, it wasn't under 20 minutes. It was 20 minutes and 2 seconds, nearly Si. I'm hoping to go a bit faster than that. Maybe not quite as fast as the likes of Denise Müller-Koronek, who managed 183 miles per hour. That's 294 kilometers an hour on a bike. Mad speeds. That's the world record man or woman inspired us to create this video. Time to give it a shot though. This could get interesting.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, good to go, my man. But you need to be really on it here in terms of communication, okay? Because we need to get that link established early on if we're going to succeed and get a really fast time.
And I guess the biggest thing is keeping you in that pocket of kind of vacuum air.
Yeah, you don't want to go too slow, but you don't want to go too fast either, because then I'm going to be working really hard to try and get to your bumper. And we're just going to waste precious energy just faffing around, really.
So communication is key, keeping you in that pocket, and ultimately it's teamwork to see if you can actually do a fast time.
Yeah, and
how fast
also,
do you reckon you can go?
Well, before we go on to that, you need to be careful too, because I've seen a few crashes in race convoys doing this. This is quite a normal thing to do in a race. You'd follow your team car, getting back into the bunch if you had a mechanical or if you stopped for a natural break. And I've seen drivers not paying attention to where they're going and back into another car.
Look, Conor Dunn, you leave the driving to me. And you just think about the cycling. All right, mate? Right, let's go.
I think he got my safety briefing. You ready, mate?
Are you ready?
I hope so.
Right, mate, we've got 10 miles. Windy, slight bit of elevation. It's all about teamwork. Are you keen?
I'm keen. You better put your visor down.
Right, make sure you beat Simon.
I'm hoping I will, otherwise I'll never live it down.
Just stick on my bumper, boy. Stick on my bumper.
I'll be right on your bumper.
Right, 3, 2, 1. Right, he's going to get into that bumper now. He wants to be right behind me now. How's that, mate? Hold it! Good idea. So we're sitting about 30 miles an hour, but it's a little bit too quick, so I need to sit just under. That looks like the money shot there. God, the concentration to do this is so hard.
That was tough, actually. I gave him my best, but I don't think Hank's going to be happy with me. Here he is, he's looking angry.
Well, as you can tell, I'm not that happy, Conor.
I tried my best, mate. Like, you're driving, I'm sorry, but it was abysmal.
It's not the driving, it's the rider.
No, it's you. It's you. I feel very lucky, actually, that now I've had some really good DSs, some team managers in the past who drove the team car really well, and they were able to pace me. Like, I was right on the bumper the whole time, and I took that for granted. After being with you, I've realised how good they actually were.
Look, Conor, not only am I angry, I'm disappointed. I genuinely thought you're stronger and better than that. Right, I gave you all the help. Anyway, the biggest problem I've got is I've got to go back to the office to tell Simon he beat us. He beat on a robot without a car. So,
I did think that halfway through I knew he was going to beat us, I'm sorry.
So in order to fix this, I think we're going to have to redo it. But this time...
Yeah, you need to do it on your bike.
No, this time, with the same bike rider, the same bike, the same conditions, on the same track, just to see how much of a difference having El Voiture, the V6 engine, helping us along. What do you make of that? So, as they say, on your bike.
On my bike.
Right. You know what to do. 10 miles, full gas, see what you can do.
Head down, flat out.
And I'll just watch from the sidelines. That's kind of does that.
Here we go!
I'm going to go and get a cup of tea. Well done, buddy! Well done, mate. So,
Has that satisfied an itch?
That is definitely satisfying.
Okay.
I'm genuinely interested. So,
let's go for the stats.
I want to know the stats and I want to know the differences.
Okay, so with the car, I managed to do the 16 kilometres in 21.5 minutes. Average power of 360 watts. I'm quite proud of that. It was a very windy day. It was tough. There was a few corners. Admittedly, that slowed us down.
We hadn't practiced, so...
Hank wasn't great at driving. My legs maybe weren't the best either, admittedly. But when I went back out on course without the car, I then managed a time of 26 minutes. Same average power, my average speed 37.4 k an hour, so I was roughly 20% slower, so that 20% can kind of be accounted for by the car, by the fact that it was pushing me through the wind, negating that wind resistance. It's a big gain, really, and you look at why this is kind of banned sometimes in races, and we've had some key riders who've been disqualified in the World Championships. Niels Eickhoff, probably a big example of the World Championships Dutch rider. It's a big advantage getting on that bumper, but it does take a bit of skill as well.
It does take skill, and also the conditions could lend to being paced a lot better. I mean, it is pretty bad weather, but I guess that just shows you that even if you're in a peloton and you're surrounded by riders, you're going to get even more of a draft effect. So there we have it. Our GCN Does Science on a closed circuit with a car. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, well, give us a big thumbs up. And I have a feeling the weather's just going to get a little bit worse. I mean, we're going to have to brave this.
It's getting wild now.
Let us know in the conversation below.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
What do you think?